We are very steadily getting through the Tournament of Power with 51 fighters remaining as of episode 101. However, there's a big question that's on the minds of everyone watching the Tournament of Power as it goes through. Where does Super go after this arc? Well, today that is the discussion for the video. So with that being said, let's get into it. First off, let's just talk about the time frame we're currently standing at with Super right now. As you guys should know, Dragon Ball Super is meant to be what fills in the gap between the end of the Buu arc of Dragon Ball Z and, well, the end of Z, the Peaceful World arc as it's now called, which was the end of Z where we see Goku and, his boy Gi, he goes off with Oob, and the end of Z happens right there. And right now, we should be around about age 780, 781, something like that, because Bra was 4, I believe, at the end of Z, and the end of Z takes place in age 784, which means we should still have around about 3 or 4 years left before the end of Z should take place. But the thing about that is, where do we go from here? We have, in Super, let's think about this, right? We have fought, the God of Destruction of Universe 7 and Beerus being the Battle of Gods arc. Frieza has been resurrected and we have fought him in the Resurrection F arc. We have fought against the Universe 6 in a tournament for the Super Dragon Balls, being the Champa arc. We have fought an evil Goku and an immortal god who both fused into an immortal god themselves, being Merged Zamasu, and Goku Black. And now, we are finally at the point where we are in this tournament that has really been built up throughout all of Super ever since the Champa arcs took place, and that is the Universe Survival arc, the Tournament of Power that decides the fate of 8 of the 12 universes currently present in the Omniverse of Dragon Ball. And really, if you're asking me, it seems like Toei, Toriyama, Toyotarou have all built up the Universe Survival arc to be like an endgame for Dragon Ball Super. Now, let me just clarify something really quickly. I do not think Dragon Ball Super is going to end. There have been statistics, there have been reports out there that Dragon Ball has made 61 billion yen this year alone and is projected to make 75 billion yen in 2018. Now, if that doesn't, say to you guys, oh, Dragon Ball Super is not going to end anytime soon, then I do not know what is. But what I mean by that is I believe the end point, the 10-year time gap, is going to end with the Universe Survival arc. Because, come on, where do we go from here? They have to leave stuff for the end of Z, because if it ends at the end of Z, then that's us kind of getting cock-blocked out of more new stuff. And they're just going to retread the end of Z, and that's going to be that. It's not going to be satisfying at all, if you ask me. Now, they do have the 3 or 4 years, or 2 or 3 years after the Universe Survival arc to explore. They could do some filler stuff with that. They could send the Saiyans over to planet Sadala, assuming that Goku or Jiren or whoever is the winner of the Universe Survival arc Tournament of Power uses the Super Dragon Balls to bring back the universes. That is assuming all that happens in this tournament. But if they do that, they could, send the Saiyans to planet Sadala, have some stuff with maybe hit jumping from universe to universe, or maybe, like I said a very long time ago, they could bring not all the universes together, but bring the fighters or other people from other universes or planets into the winning universe and make a Council of Gods of Destruction, Council of Kaioshins, and a Council of Angels. Kind of like their own government, if you want to put it like that. Another thing that Dragon Ball Super could do instead of maybe having some filler stuff is they could just go on right ahead and skip the 3 or 4 or 2 years right to the end of Z. They could easily do that, and they could make the end of Z the filler stuff between the Universe Survival arc and whatever's to come next after the end of Z. But obviously we're not going to know what that is until the time comes. It may not even happen. I highly doubt that, because they do have all the other younger characters. They'll have Goten, they'll have Trunks, they'll have Bra maybe becoming a fighter. I doubt it. She might be like the next Bulma type character. They have Pan, they have Oob. They probably won't use Marin as a fighter, but they might, and this is something that not a lot of people have brought up, they might use 17's kids after the end of Z. They might bring them into the fold, and I think that would be a fantastic way of bringing in the next generation of fighters into the Dragon Ball series to fight alongside Goku and Vegeta, because let's be real, Goku and Vegeta are not going anywhere even after the end of Z. They are too big characters, they are way too popular to let go in the Dragon Ball series. They will retire the likes of Piccolo, Krillin, Gohan, Tenshinhan, Yamcha, all these characters. I think they will retire every one of these guys, but I think they'll bring in the next generation and they'll bring back Goku and Vegeta to fight alongside them in whichever threats come their way. Because there is that one mortal who was stronger than a god of destruction that they did mention, who is likely within one of the universes that have been exempt from the Tournament of Power, which means they could possibly go to all these other universes and fight whoever's in there for the next arcs, considering they are the top of the line universes within Zeno's Omniverse. However, that wraps up today's video. I think it's very interesting to just think, what's next in the Dragon Ball series? What's next in the timeline? What comes up next? What are we going to experience in the weeks, months, years to come of the Dragon Ball series? So if you guys like this video, please leave a like and a comment in the comment section below. What do you think is going to happen after the Universe Survival arc? Do you think we'll get some filler stuff like with Hit, or the Saiyans going to Planet Sadala, or do you think that we'll skip right to the end of Z? Please share this amongst your friends, and if you could please hit the bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get a notification every single time I upload. That way you'll get every single piece of content to you as it goes up. I've been AzureAce, and thank you for coming to the video.
You have arrived. I'm here to tell you that if you don't subscribe to AzureAce for Dragon Ball, Kingdom Hearts, and Pokemon TCG content, you will wander forever in the darkness of your heart.